Everyone thought they were clever. Pac didn't win that title fairly. He needed help. No, I'm just smarter than all of you. I did what I fucking needed to do. Will Ospreay talks about bringing respect to the cruiserweights. But no one talks about me when I'm world fucking champion. Well, I don't need your talk. I'll be holding on to this belt for quite some time, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Well, you can't say that world champion Pac is not intimidating and certainly motivated to go forward. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Wednesday Night Storm. And the first thing you probably noticed is a little bit of new branding that we've seen. Unfortunately, we can't turn down the money from Conor McGregor and the Proper 12 Corporation. And so we got a little Proper 12 branding here in GAW, but the product is the same, and tonight the product will feature the GAW Classic. Every competitor has been through one match already. We will begin the second round of matches tonight, starting with Buddy Murphy, who won his first round contest. First off, though, we need to get to this interview with the Young Bucks. They were backstage earlier. Here's what they had to say.
You see what Alpha does every single week. We still don't know what happened to Jimmy Uso. Kenny Omega just got out of the hospital. They've hurt our friends. They've hurt our family. We're going hunting.
We are Alpha.
The man that Buddy Murphy has to take on today, the former Intercontinental Champion, Matt Hardy, coming out with Ricochet, who also has a match later tonight against Aleister Black. Matt Hardy, like Buddy Murphy, is 1-0 so far. He picked up a win in his first match over Kofi Kingston with the help of Alpha. I want to get to the Young Bucks, though. Short and sweet from the Bucks, and saying that what Alpha has done is absolutely unacceptable, and I tend to agree with them. So the Young Bucks have a match coming up later on against the Limitless Legion, we can confirm for you. So that'll be something to look forward to. We also have the other matchup happening in Group A of the GAW Classic, as Kofi Kingston will go up against the Pirate King, Edward Jack. And as I mentioned, we also have Aleister Black versus Ricochet. My God, we have a full show. Let's get into this first match. Two 1-0 competitors. 10-minute time limit here. As always, Lariat early on ducked by Buddy Murphy, and Murphy answers with one of his own. Got to be tough for the fans to pick a favorite here. You've got Buddy Murphy, former Cruiserweight champion and longtime now competitor of the Blade Runners. Longtime member of the Blade Runners, I should say. Murphy now, nice Hurricane Rana. And so he's been involved in some unsavory activities. And of course, Matt Hardy, we know, is the first member of Alpha who has now ballooned into, I can't even count, and controls the World Championship and the Tag Team Championships. Buddy Murphy just wearing down the abdominal area of Matt Hardy. It'll make it hard for Hardy to get that snap on the twist of fate if he does decide to go for it. Hardy now finally trying to get his own offense in. Murphy not having any of it. Buddy Murphy is a cruiserweight, but he is one of the stronger ones out there. Puts Hardy up in the powerbomb position. Matt Hardy able to counter it, but Buddy Murphy comes back with the Hurricane Rana. You can see Ricochet slides the chair into the bottom of the ring there. Whoa, Buddy Murphy tossed out of the ring by Matt Hardy. Ricky Steamboat able to get Murphy back up, but Matt Hardy sends him back into the ring. Referee has seen the chair and tosses it out. So not a lot of influence so far from either Ricky Steamboat or Ricochet. But I wouldn't be confident that that is going to continue. Starting 2-0 in the GAW Classic. Comes very close to basically confirming that you will move forward out of your group. It's very rare that someone starts 2-0 and does not come out of the group. In fact, it's only happened once. Nice boot from Buddy Murphy, and Murphy with the big knee. Murphy showcasing the athleticism. Murphy ran into some problems in his last match against Edward Jack, and now look at this, Buddy Murphy showcasing the athleticism. Murphy, I believe, needed 3 Murphy's Laws to put away Edward Jack. This match fought at a blistering pace so far. Striking combination from Murphy, the kick, and now Ricochet is up. Ricochet jawing with Buddy Murphy. Steamboat trying to get Murphy back focused. And he does. Hardy out of the corner, and he dodges the kick from Murphy. Lariat into the corner from Matt. Murphy up, knee caught. Matt gets the elbow, and now Matt Hardy. Look at this, Matt Hardy Samoan drop. Well done from Matt Hardy, and now first cover of the match comes 3.5 minutes in, and Buddy Murphy kicks out. Group A looking very interesting right now in the way that it's set up. Murphy comes out of the corner with the big knee. Both of these two men look very capable of winning it all. And a potential matchup. Wow, Matt Hardy trying to go for something there. Murphy able to get off the top rope, now battling in this corner. I would say the potential matchup between Matt Hardy and Edward Jack at some point. If Matt Hardy is to go 2-0, Edward Jack would be sitting at 1-1. That would be very interesting. You know, just kind of looking forward. Look at this, Buddy Murphy. Now Murphy has the pump handle. Murphy's Law. Buddy Murphy hits the Murphy's Law, and there is Ricochet. Yep, you figured that was coming. Murphy looking exasperated, thinking that maybe he had the match won there with the Murphy's Law. Ricochet gets himself involved. Here's Buddy Murphy again. Pump handle once again, and Murphy's Law for a second time. Nothing Ricochet can do about this one, too. And Matt Hardy kicks out. 2 Murphy's Laws. And Matt Hardy has kicked out. Unbelievable. Buddy Murphy going up top now. Murphy from the top rope with the Meteora. Matt Hardy avoids it. Murphy comes crashing down to the ground. Answers with the lariat, and Matt Hardy gets the kick. Hardy now, nice clothesline. Ricochet may have saved Matt Hardy in this one, and now Matt Hardy with the side effect. Plants Buddy Murphy. Hardy, though, not going to go for the pin off of that. Hardy gets the kick, and now Matt Hardy, twist of fate. Hardy hooks the leg. Nothing Ricky Steamboat can do this time, and Matt Hardy has picked up the win. Courtesy of Proper 12, apparently. What a match. Buddy Murphy showed just about everything. But wow. Matt Hardy kicks out of 2 Murphy's Laws. One with the help of Ricochet, of course, but Matt Hardy, absolutely terrific performance from the former Intercontinental Champion, and that leaves Matt Hardy at 2-0 out of his first 2 matches. So he controls his own destiny to get out of this group and advance to the GAW Classic Finals. Coming up next, the Young Bucks said that they are gunning for the Lucha Brothers. They've got a match against the Limitless Legion. Well, the Young Bucks said that they were not happy with what Alpha has been doing. Not happy is probably an understatement there. And certainly what's going on with Jimmy Uso and everything like that. So the Young Bucks making their intentions clear. They are coming for the Lucha Brothers, and their journey to catch the dynamic duo begins here against the Limitless Legion.
For he is limitless.
Well, the last time we saw these two, Keith Lee and Matt Riddle, was actually in our GAW Academy Storm Chaser series. Go check that out if you haven't seen it. It's been a lot of fun. It's been absolutely amazing. So go check that out. Episode 2, which dropped last week, saw Academy standout Garrett Gibson team with Cody Rhodes against the Limitless Legion, and they picked up the win. So the Legion trying to bounce back here against one of the top teams in the world, in the Young Bucks. Let's see what happens here. The Young Bucks donning some shirts for this match. Super Kick Club on the shirt of Nick Jackson and Young Bucks on the shirt of Matt Jackson. Just shows you the heightened level of intensity they're coming into this match with, given everything that's happened. We still haven't seen Kenny Omega since the attack by Adam Page. Referee goes down as Keith Lee was dumped into the corner. Lee now, look at that, Hurricane Rana. We should mention, by the way, that our normal referee for matches here in the U.S. has been suspended after his despicable performance at Storm Tokyo that allowed the Lucha Brothers to continue in a match, in a 2-on-1 handicap match against Jey Uso after Alpha seemingly removed Jimmy Uso from the competition. It was a disgraceful performance from that referee, and so he has been suspended. So this is referee Brian Knoxville. We welcome him. Meanwhile, Nick Jackson, Keith Lee battling on the outside. Look at this, what a combination from Nick Jackson. Finally brings Keith Lee to his knees, and the neck breaker. Nick Jackson able to finally send Keith Lee back into the ring. Lee now has Jackson up, but Jackson gets out of the fireman's carry position, and Nick Jackson now sliced bread onto Keith Lee. Great move there, deep hook, and Lee able to kick out. Well done there, and now Lee, nice judo throw onto Nick Jackson, and Keith Lee comes off the ropes. Nice elbow drop. Lee now could have Nick Jackson in trouble here, pressing his advantage. Look at this, Keith Lee just hucks Nick Jackson over his head. The strength of Keith Lee on display once again. Lee now sends him into the corner. Nick Jackson able to fight out of that. Jackson now going up top. Keith Lee drops him with a big strike. Battling on the outside again. Jawbreaker from Jackson. Big kick. Once again, 15-second count out in any non-title match here in GAW. So a little bit less pressure on these guys to get back into the ring. but you got to believe that both of these teams are wanting to win it inside those ropes. Lee up right after the kick, but Nick Jackson, again, you can just see the power of Keith Lee. It's so hard to get him down to a knee or on his back. Makes it very difficult to sustain any level of offense. And now Keith Lee showcasing the strength, drops Nick Jackson. These two have been battling for a long time here in this match so far. Finally, Keith Lee does get the tag in. And now the two lined up for a big double shoulder tackle. Matt Riddle. Hang on, Matt. Hang on, what's he doing? Matt Riddle! Matt Riddle! He's actually gone after Keith Lee. Matt Riddle has turned his attention to Keith Lee. Matt Riddle has turned on his teammate. And Riddle now, Matt Jackson is out as well, but Riddle with the Alabama slam. And Matt Riddle. What the hell is he doing? Riddle has gone through the ring. Matt Jackson trying to follow him around. Riddle is still the legal man. Matt Riddle is still the legal competitor. And now Lee just trying to do anything he can against Matt Jackson. Riddle has turned his attention there as well. This match is absolutely broken down. Riddle still going after Keith Lee. Matt Riddle has gone absolutely rogue right now. Gut wrench bomb from Riddle. And now he's turned his attention back to Keith Lee. This is unbelievable. Matt Riddle with the gut wrench bomb on Keith Lee again. This is unbelievable. I can't believe what I'm seeing right now. Riddle sends Matt Jackson back in. And Riddle once again turns his attention to Keith Lee. Riddle, look at this, slams Keith Lee down. Riddle has no intention of getting back in the ring, I don't think. I think the Young Bucks are about to win. But you can't be happy with it. Matt Riddle has absolutely taken it to Keith Lee, and the Young Bucks are going to win this match by countout. Unbelievable. Matt Riddle has turned on his partner Keith Lee and has absolutely taken it to him outside the ring. I can't believe what I'm watching. You can see Matt Riddle. You can see Matt Riddle just absolutely wasting Keith Lee on the outside. I am disgusted. The tag team division is an absolute mess because of Alpha and the Lucha Brothers. And it just continues with this despicable display. We've got more GAW Classic up next. You know, if there was anything that was gonna attempt to cheer me up after what we've just seen between the Bucks and the Limitless Legion, I can only assume the former Limitless Legion at this point. You know, this would be it. We all love Kofi Kingston. We love his entrance. But, God, I gotta say, what we just saw with Matt Riddle and Keith Lee, it really was an absolute disgrace and a black mark on the proud tag team division of GAW. And I certainly hope that it can be resolved somehow. We figure out what the motivation was.
Did you ever see a wild goose sailing o'er the ocean? and so,
That being said, the man entering right now, the Pirate King, Edward Jack. If there was a match that was going to lift our spirits, this would be the one. These are two tremendously talented competitors just battling it out in one of the most prestigious tournaments in the world, the GAW Classic. We saw earlier on Matt Hardy improved his record to 2-0, and so the winner of this match will improve to 1-1, and Matt Hardy will be facing Edward Jack in the final match of this group coming up in a couple episodes. So it could get very, very interesting depending on the winner here. This one, a lot of it is going to be for pride. Both of these two men started off with a loss. Kingston went down to Matt Hardy, and Edward Jack lost to Buddy Murphy. So certainly there's a lot of pride on the line here, and potentially a chance at advancing out of this group if the results go their way. It's Edward Jack and Kofi Kingston in the second match of Group 1 in the GAW Classic. Ten-minute time limit. Jack starts off with a huge lariat. You can hear the fans firmly behind Kofi Kingston, but Edward Jack, a favorite of his own, and it's because of moves like that. Kingston ducks the kick from Edward Jack. Pirate King still pressing his advantage here. Kofi Kingston, former Intercontinental Champion, so he is no stranger to gold here in GAW. Kingston going for the huge stomp in the corner. Edward Jack avoids it, and Jack hits him with the Luthez press. So, of course, it's mathematically impossible to advance out of a group if you start 0-2. So this essentially is an elimination match here. And it will be very difficult for even the winner to advance out of this after starting 1-1, but not impossible. So still a lot on the line here. Kingston hoists him up for a vertical suplex. Jack gets out of it, and now Edward Jack kick from the high seas. Jack hooks the far leg, and Kofi Kingston kicks out. The kick from the high seas nearly put the former IC champion away. And Jack now has the leg and drops him with the leg DDT. That is the leg that Kingston has to plan on if he is to hit the Trouble in Paradise. So a smart strategy here from the Pirate King. Going for the snap suplex, but Kofi Kingston turns it into a Northern Lights. First real offense of the match here for Kofi Kingston, and trying to make it the last. Kingston, Trouble in Paradise. He was able to get a good enough plant there, even though Jack had attacked that leg, but is it enough to put away the Pirate King? Kofi Kingston hooks the leg after the Trouble in Paradise, and Edward Jack kicks out. Kingston had not done enough to wear down the Pirate King, and so the Trouble in Paradise was a no-go. Both men have now hit big moves, and their opponent is kicked out. Kingston driving Edward Jack's head into the top turnbuckle in the corner. Double-handed chop ducked by Edward Jack, but Kingston able to drop him with the side Russian leg sweep. And Kofi Kingston now, look at this, boom drop. Kingston has pressed his advantage ever since hitting that Trouble in Paradise. But you gotta feel Edward Jack may just be one move away from winning this thing after having the advantage in the early going. A much more even match now. Drop kick from Kingston, avoided by Jack. Both men now catching their breath after a hellacious start to this match. Again, a whole lot on the line here. Trouble in Paradise. Kingston drops the Pirate King with the Trouble in Paradise. Caught him off guard, and Kingston now surely, Kingston has won. Both men were catching their breath after a crazy start to the match. And Kingston maybe playing a little possum, I don't know. Kingston ends up catching Edward Jack with a second Trouble in Paradise. And Kofi Kingston goes on to win the match, and Kingston has advanced to 1-1. Kicks out of the kick from the high seas. Edward Jack has been eliminated in Group 1, but that doesn't mean that he doesn't have something to fight for, mostly to play spoiler to Alpha's Matt Hardy, because if Matt Hardy is reduced to 2-1, well, that means that both Kingston and Buddy Murphy could tie him at 2-1, and we would go to a tiebreaker. That's some more scenarios that we'll discuss. All you need to know right now, Matt Hardy currently in the lead of Group 1 with a 2-0 record. Buddy Murphy and Kofi Kingston standing at 1-0 each. Edward Jack down at 0-2. We've got one more match of the GAW Classic to bring you. It's Group B action as Aleister Black takes on Cody Rhodes, fresh off his appearance on the GAW Academy Storm Chaser Series. But first, the women's champion, Asuka, and her recent opponent, Kairi Sane, they stuck around after Storm Tokyo to give an interview with each other discussing their personal history. Let's take a look at that.
How long's it been since we first fought? You know, it's funny. We traveled and trained together for so many years in Japan, but we never fought each other until just a couple years ago. You would have beaten me anyway. Are you kidding? I asked specifically not to fight you because I knew you'd win. After what happened to me with Shayna, it's refreshing to share the ring with someone who truly cares about the sport of wrestling and increasing the exposure of women's wrestling. I'm grateful I can do that in any way. You've been such an amazing champion and have done so much for us. It's been an honor to share the ring with you. So much of this sport is built on hatred. I'm ready to show that wrestling can be about two people who genuinely respect each other, delivering the match of their lives every night. And that's exactly what it's like with us. Exactly.
We are Alpha.
Make no mistake, even though we are seeing Matt Hardy's video packages play here, it is Ricochet competing tonight. He is just giving a little bit of homage to Matt Hardy, the man that he helped win his match earlier. Ricochet was a big part of Matt Hardy defeating Buddy Murphy, but Ricochet now has to turn his attention to the matter at hand as he goes up against the former world champion Aleister Black in the GAW Classic. The intimidating sight of Aleister Black. You can hear the fans have really come to love and respect Black once again after what he did, turning on Alpha, renouncing his membership in that group, and basically costing himself the world championship in order to do it. An extremely respectable, commendable act from the former world champion, and now he is going on a quest of sorts to reclaim that world championship. And to do it, you can see the steely-eyed gaze he will have to go through Ricochet. Before we begin this match, there is one thing that I would like to talk about just in terms of Asuka and Kairi Sane. because we saw their interview earlier. Even though Asuka's gotten the better of Kairi Sane, the Pirate Princess has pushed Asuka harder than we've seen over, most of Asuka's reign as champion. So I would certainly expect to see both of those women square off in the ring once again. I did just want to mention that because it's been so refreshing to see a rivalry of mutual respect like that. Ricochet, you can see, donning his alpha gear, which he did not do in his first match, which was a loss to Drew McIntyre. Knee from Ricochet, countered with the strike from Black. The focus of Aleister Black on full display. You know that he had this match circled on his calendar as soon as he entered the Classic, knowing that he would go up against one of the original Alpha recruits. Meanwhile, you know that Alpha was looking forward to this one as well. You know that nothing would make him happier than putting Aleister Black out of contention in the GAW Classic, and you could go a long way by doing it here. Ricochet sends Aleister Black into the corner. Black fights out of it. Look at Black, one of the most dangerous, if not the most dangerous striker in the sport of professional wrestling right now. Big double foot stomp and a kick. Aleister Black showcasing more and more and more this drive, and now Black setting up the Black Mass. Black hits the Black Mass, but Zeta is up and has distracted the referee. Zeta may have just saved Ricochet in this match. I think he may have just done. Ricochet now in control and driving Aleister Black's head into the corner. So Zeta playing dividends, and look at this, Aleister Black being mocked by Ricochet as Ricochet takes that cross-legged stance. Ricochet now. Couple lariats, and Ricochet catches the boot and a kick to the back of the knee. Ricochet now using some of Aleister Black's moves. Look at this. That's a combination that Aleister Black tends to use. And Ricochet now off the middle turnbuckle. Huge kick to the head. Aleister Black, though, look at this, pulls him back into the backbreaker. And takes a cross-legged seat himself. Aleister Black going up top. Ricochet's gotten to his feet, and Ricochet jumps up with the knee as Aleister Black was trying to come down, I think, with the Meteora. Ricochet now from the top rope. Ricochet, Hurricane Rana from the top. This match has kicked into another gear here. Ricochet now trying to wind down. Trying to wind down Aleister Black. Look at this. Couple strikes from Black and a beautiful judo throw. The height that he got on that one. And Black, look at this. Black has the arm trapped and wrenching the neck of Ricochet. Black comes from an MMA background, and he is using it to great effect with these submissions. Ricochet able to get out of it. Strike is a no-go. Ricochet has Black in the headlock, releases him, and hits him with the strike. Black tosses him over the top rope, and now look at this. Aleister Black could have Ricochet in trouble. Black drops him on the apron. That'll drive the wind right out of your lungs. Aleister Black trying to press his advantage here. Drop kicks Ricochet into the apron. Well done from Aleister Black. Oh, Black drops Ricochet with that kick to the back of the head. Ricochet hasn't moved. His lights might be out after that kick. Black calling for him to get back in the ring. Aleister Black clearly not worried about the count out. Ricochet tries to go for the drop kick. Again, Aleister Black avoids it. And Black now picks Ricochet up, drops him with the brain buster. Black now from the corner. Aleister Black, knee strike. Ricochet out of the way. Black able to answer, and Aleister Black once again has the advantage. Tosses Ricochet over the top rope. Both men battling on the outside. This has been a brutal fight, and Ricochet with the heel kick. He caught Aleister Black in the right place, and it's busted him open right under his hairline. Ricochet gloating, did a little bit too much. Black hangs him up on the top rope. And Black now sends him off the ropes, going for the double foot stomp, and Ricochet comes back with the Meteora. The athleticism of both these men. Ricochet off the middle rope, going for that kick again. Aleister Black avoids it, and Black Mass! Out of nowhere, Aleister Black with the Black Mass, leg hooked, and Aleister Black advances to 2-0. What a match! This was the Black Mass from earlier. Could have ended the match, but you see Zeta in the background getting up to distract the referee and cost Black a chance at winning in that instance. The two would go on to battle. Aleister Black busted open above his head, but avoids the kick off the middle rope and turns it into a Black Mass. Nothing Zeta can do, and Aleister Black advances to 2-0. A strong position for Aleister Black, and he gets the win that you know he wanted. Fantastic match in the GAW Classic, but our main event is next. Will Ospreay continues his Intercontinental Championship Open Challenge. Entering the ring, half of the Deadly War Machine and a finalist in the GAW Christmas Party. It is Hanson, a man who actually does have a singles history despite him being a tag team specialist. He is not a bad singles wrestler at all. So Hanson comes in with the opportunity to win the Intercontinental Championship. This is the second big man that Will Ospreay will be taking on to defend this belt. Let's see if it goes as well as it did for Ospreay and as well as it did for us as the last time when Ospreay took on Walter. Here comes the aerial assassin, the Intercontinental Champion, the last Cruiserweight Champion, Will Ospreay, defending his belt once again as part of his open challenge. We got to show you this. This is a tweet from Conor McGregor following his appearance at Storm Tokyo, in which his lackey Bobby Lashley beat down Will Ospreay and caused disqualification. This is the tweet, quote, "How does everyone like the proper 12 branding? I told Will Ospreay running this company is about more than winning matches. We'll be back soon. Make no mistake, hashtag the takeover is imminent." Certainly some intimidating words from Conor McGregor. That belt is on the line for a 5th time for champion Will Ospreay. Ospreay trying to come out fast here. No time limit in this match, of course. Ivar trying to overpower him, or Hanson, I should say, trying to overpower him. But Will Ospreay, well done to turn it into this rear chin lock. A little bit of chain wrestling from these two men. Very interesting. Again, Ospreay comes in with such a developed skill set is the best word for it. A developed skill set from Will Ospreay. Much more so than what we saw earlier in his career, where he was the high flyer, the aerial assassin. He's certainly turned into one of the best all-around wrestlers in the entire world. And you can see the strength as he drops Hansen with a big vertical suplex. So for Will Ospreay, this will be the 6th show in a row in which he's defended his Cruiserweight Championship. Back at Winterfest, he beat Matt Hardy to win it. So I should say the 5th show in a row in which he's defended the Cruiserweight Championship, the 6th show where he's fighting. He now has Intercontinental defenses over Yunson Park, Zack Sabre Jr., Walter, and Sin Cara. Although, of course, that Sin Cara one was by disqualification, courtesy of Bobby Lashley. Ospreay out of the corner, and nice head scissors on Hansen. Drops the knee. So Hansen coming in, again, a finalist in the GAW Christmas party, so he's not a stranger to singles competition. Ospreay now, look at this. Ospreay into the surfboard, look at the strength. Ospreay with this submission, Hansen able to power out of it, but the strength from Will Ospreay on display. Hansen now drops Ospreay with the Uranagi. And look at this. Hansen gets the pump handle and maybe going for the pump handle slam. Ospreay drops him with the hanging neck breaker. Will Ospreay has made a name for himself by beating opponents of various sizes with a variety of moves. Has Hansen off the rope, and Ospreay Spanish fly. Hansen kicks out at 1. Ospreay comes off the rope, thrust kick misses, but he doesn't let it affect him. Drop kick, Ospreay just hangs in the air for that drop kick. The athleticism from Will Ospreay is absolutely tremendous. Now laying in the stomps on the leg of Hansen. Finally, Hansen able to roll out of it, but Ospreay stays on top. Drop kick misses. But again, the blinding pace from Will Ospreay in this match is unbelievable. The strength again from the aerial assassin, drops him with the teardrop suplex. And Will Ospreay could have Hansen in trouble once again. Has him perched against the top rope, but Hansen fights out with a big headbutt. Hansen now could have Ospreay up, but Ospreay with the reverse DDT. Will Ospreay could be looking to finish things here. Boot to the gut, Ospreay double underhooks in, and Will Ospreay with the Stormbreaker. Will Ospreay, Stormbreaker, leg hooked, and Ospreay has defended his title. Fantastic match fought by the aerial assassin. Beats his second 300-plus pound competitor to defend the Intercontinental Championship and hopefully shuts up Conor McGregor. Who knows how long McGregor will be around. Who knows if this Proper 12 sponsorship is here to stay. All I know is Will Ospreay proving himself once again as part of this open challenge. This is a man that deserves all of the praise that he is receiving. No doubt about it. Will Ospreay, for a 5th time, has defended the Intercontinental Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us on this episode of Wednesday Night Storm. The time is running out before Tidal Wave. We've got the GAW Classic to finish, and who knows what's going to happen with World Champion Pac and the rest of Alpha. You'll have to subscribe so you can see it all. We appreciate you.